Flibmean coming at you. So we got going on today is I'm going to be covering the re-release, reboot, you can call it what you want, the comeback of 2020 for Sniper Bladeworks. This is their LPC, as you can see, plain as day, LPC. This is their 2020 reload for the year 2020, obviously. They kept the same logo. This is actually 1 of 75. I don't know if I just hit the lucky lottery on that one. So, they personalized the box for the review people, for the media package. So this one was made for me. What we got going on here today is I've had LPCs. I had a custom one. It was all camoed out, brown G10, their, as they call it, root beer, anno, bronze. And I had an orange one being made. Things happened, stuff happened. I will state, from the customs to this production, and mind you, I have done the production of I did a review a long time ago, see if I can link it at the link below, above, of their Boker Plus, I believe it was Boker Plus models of the Sniper Bladeworks as well. It was a big, fat, honking, chopping style blade. It was almost like their DH, but more of a sheath foot. It was a whole thing. So we'll state, they kept the clip very similar to their originals. The profile, pretty much dead on Lance. This is coming with Lance and Mikey Bellenkamp, and as well as all Lance's team and Mikey's team. So this is definitely coming from 2 points of view. One, a guy who likes to push the envelope, and definitely a guy who definitely knows the envelope and, you know, where to prod and poke. So that would be Mikey. So they do got a Kickstarter for these. I've been playing with it so far. So S30V hand ground blade. They machined in this fuller. If you call it a blood groove, you're probably not the smartest person in the world. Definitely hand ground. You can tell that they're hand ground on on the very first one. There is a deep tumble and stonewash on this titanium. They did add in a LBS as well as, and that's a thick lock bar. Very stout clip, standard standoffs instead of a backspacer. They like that free flow design, so that way you can get in there, spray it out with some air, call it a day. Very easy to field maintenance. Lance likes to do the KISS method since he's an old SWAT dude, you know, keep it simple, stupid. Black oxide on all the hardware. The pivot is definitely cool. So the pivot on these are stamped with SBW. Let's see if I can get that in the frame. Okay, so there's stamped SBW in there, and 555. There is his logo. There is that very prominent thumb stud, so you can do this with gloves, without gloves. Very simple. So Lance's thought process on these is to have it be able to hold in your hand. You're not breaking the wrist. It's similar to like when you're holding a gun. You're not breaking the wrist. It's very natural movement. You got that very, very beautiful swedge there. Very thick piece of steel to complement that. Sorry, guys. So there are going to be 4 different knives that are going to be coming out here. So you're going to see the LPC, you're going to see the Dashi, the Mamu, and I forgot the 4. Mamu and the Smatch It. I definitely am kind of ready for the Smatch It. So we're looking at 7.5 ounces titanium. So that's a lot of real estate. These are going to anodize real well for those guys who out there want to anodize it. I don't know. So they did reduce the weight on this liner. So if you can see in there, see if I can get the camera in there. So you see those circles? Those are milled out for weight relief. So I would assume that portion is not tie. I would assume that portion is steel, especially from the look of it and the way the contrast between this being titanium and that not being that dull, subdued. It's on bearings. It's on bearings. Definitely out there. So they have a Kickstarter for this. It's already funded. So that's like how much faith the industry now has back in, you know, Lance and his team as well as Mikey's team. They definitely came out with a nice piece where, especially with this G10, you can see the different layers after they've hand ground it and machined it as well. Definitely something that's going to be worth it. That you guys definitely want to be checking these out. I could see this being the same price as some other customs from back in the day. You know, I could see paying 5, 6, 7. That's not unheard of with this, especially with them. The detent snappy. Very, very minimal effort. Something you guys want to look into. So you got lanyard hole standoffs. You got that natural hump that fits in that meaty part of your ham, that palm. So there, you can choke up if you need to. So if you got to do a little detail work in the field, which means cutting open MREs real well, you can do this. So this is something definitely want to look into, and definitely want you guys to be on the lookout for these once they drop. You guys are definitely going to be missing out if you don't get one, especially if you get like big beefy folders that you're not going to break the bank on. I don't know the prices on these once they hit the shelves. Mind you, there's a Kickstarter out for right now that just got funded, but you guys will definitely want to get on this. I don't know, let me see how many days are left on the Kickstarter. LPC, yada yada yada. So they still have 58 days to go. So I would assume if you want to get in on this, I would get on it ASAP. So we got this. You get a smash it. You get, oh, they have various tiers to their Kickstarter, and they still have many of it left. So it's definitely something you guys want to get in on. Check it out. You guys are going to be not sad about this whole situation. All right, guys, I want you to have a fantastic day. Be safe.